was a great circle. It was the first time for a long time that we had a group only of men together, and usually we work with mixed groups or with women-only groups. So it was really interesting. I was quite worried in the last video we had in the first interview, because we were going to have interpreters, and I didn't know how it was going to be, but it worked out to be fantastic because the interpreter was really good, and he really supported the learners, and he quite understood the methodology. And we had a couple of meetings before the training where I explained to him what we were going to do, and that really helped. It was the first time, I think, that we were working with a group of Slovak men, migrant workers. So I was working with a group that had a double disadvantage. So they were young, unemployed, but at the same time they were not from the UK. So I realized all the challenges they had in terms of language and cultural adaptation. So it was a good opportunity to be able to explore how to adapt the materials better, and to understand how to support that target group in a better way. As I mentioned before, because it was the first time working with that target group, and as well from Slovakia, I learned a lot about the differences in terms of youth unemployment in Slovakia and the UK. I learned about the importance of language, the importance of ongoing support for migrants in the UK, and also I understood how important it is to make sure that any migrant community integrates very well with the culture that they are coming to, so they can understand what you need to say when you are going for a job interview. I think it was a great experience that we were working in collaboration with the job center. So we were working in partnership. So our program was only part of other support that they were getting. So many of them had challenges with English language, and as part of the job center program, then they were referred to Sheffield College to study English. So it was a great partnership. Well, I think the main support came from the interpreter as well. And what we did is we matched people as peer mentors. So they had like a buddy in the group to discuss issues and to do homework together. It was a quite intensive program this time. We did not spread it so much so that they will not lose momentum. So I was available for them via Skype and email and over the phone if they have any questions. But as well, the support was coming from my relationship with the job center. So we both knew, the business advisors and us, what each participant was going through. I think the most challenging part was the language barrier. Although we had an interpreter, contextually it's sometimes difficult to explain what we mean by negotiation skills, because it might mean something very different in Slovakia and in the UK. So I think that the challenges were really more about the semantics, about the language, not so much as well about the language barrier. So those were the main challenges as well. Sometimes when you work with a group only of men, sometimes men do not disclose so easily their feelings or what they're feeling or their anxiety. So that was a challenge, but I could realize that after the third week they were really bonding, and some of them knew each other. The Slovak community is a very close community in Sheffield. So in a way we were able to overcome that challenge. What I enjoy the most is learning about them, learning about how to adapt more the training tools to different contexts, and to get to know the interpreter. He was fantastic, and he also gave me a lot of information about the cultural life in Slovakia. So for us as Innova, as researchers, as trainers, was a great opportunity to develop more our training materials and our understanding of what different target groups might need. But it was really enjoyable. I think do differently is that I will have like taster session, so participants will know better more about the course rather than just coming directly to the course. And that's something we're going to be doing for the next circle. We have already prepared a taster session, which will be great to get to know them and as well to make sure that they are the right participants for the methodology. I would also probably still have an interpreter and an interpreter as well that could meet them probably in between meetings if they have any questions. And the mentors, I would look for, in that case, because it was a Slovak community, successful Slovaks that are already working in the UK to become mentors of Slovaks that have just arrived in the UK, just to be able to get to know better the culture and what do we mean by, what does it really mean in the UK to find a job, what do you need to do.